Good morning, everyone, and I hope you've had a value-packed weekend. I certainly have. And and reflecting on the value that I enjoyed of the whole weekend, as well as some recent spontaneous feedback that I received from some from clients and some from friends, actually, all with the same theme, has led me to today's message, which is to ask of others who we relate to, what do you find that I give added value to, that I may not be aware of, that I may actually be doing subconsciously? And what came back to me, which was a surprise, because I just hadn't thought about it, was the value that both clients and friends perceive that I add to their lives is to be very generous with my time. And the value that they felt came from that was particularly pertinent in a world where they constantly felt that people were rushing them, that they were being hurried, that there was a clock on things, that they had to say what they needed to say in a very kind of emotionless, just get the facts out type of way. And all of them said to me, actually, that's one of the things that I really value about me, is that I never feel that with you, that I feel that I have all the time in the world and that you are there for me to listen to me without any kind of judgment, and to offer whatever I need in that moment, and that there's no hurry, there's no clock, and I can take my time and I can do it at a pace that suits me. And to be honest, I was really, really pleased to get that feedback, because it's something that I wasn't aware that I was giving in terms of value to what I do and who I am. And now I'm aware of it, of course I would be doing that, because it's something that I value really highly for myself. I really don't like being hurried. I don't like feeling that I'm on a clock. In a lot of circumstances, it makes me feel quite panicked, actually, and quite not able to express myself properly. And I now know that certainly some of my clients and some of my friends also feel that. So if I can provide a space where, a little bit of respite in life, where that is not something that needs to be experienced in my company, then I'm really, really pleased about that. And it made me think, well, I wonder what else I might be giving added value in, that I'm just doing subconsciously, that I'm not aware of, and that may be contributing to me undervaluing what I have to offer. And that can be both on a professional level, but also on a personal level. So, and values, as I've spoken about before, values are so, so important in understanding why we're saying what we say, why we behave the way that we do, why we may get into unuseful arguments with people, both online or, in real life, they're nearly always about some kind of clash of values. And so it led me to really ask myself the question, where else do I perceive that I have real value in my life? And what in turn can I do to provide value to others? And a lot of the time they are based around the same kind of values, like the time thing that I've just explained. But you might find that your values are different from mine. Maybe actually your value system is not the same as mine. Maybe around time, for example, maybe actually you are wanting to get things done as quickly as possible, and you value somebody being able to be really precise and concise and to the point, and no frills, and maybe miss out the emotions and the feelings. That's a question. And of course, there are times where we need to be either or. There are times when obviously I need to be very focused and to the point, and I'm certainly am in something like a coaching session. And sometimes it is not valuable to allow either myself or somebody else to go rambling off into the story of something, particularly when that story is very familiar and it's on repeat. It's actually more valuable sometimes to be able to gently and kindly and respectfully and without judgment, with compassionate curiosity, ask, why does that story need to get repeated? Anyway, that's a different matter. So I just wanted to encourage you today to maybe seek out just one person in your life, whether that's a colleague, a client, a friend, a family member, doesn't matter. And just ask the question, what value do you perceive that I give to the world or to you that I may not be completely aware of? And you might be surprised at what comes back. So just encouraging an attitude of curiosity for the next few days as to where can I add value? How do I already add value without me actually being aware of it, perhaps? And also maybe, just sitting back and reflecting on where you are conscious that you give a lot of value. It's all valuable. That's it. Please enjoy a beautiful, value-filled week, and do pop any comments in with this post, because I'd love to know, even a thumbs up if you're going to do that, if you're going to actually ask somebody whether that feels possible. And if you feel like sharing, any revelations that have come out of that, if you've already done it, then please do. That's it. Thank you very much for watching and for listening. I really, really value you. Take care.